A spam call refers to an unwanted call made to a vast amount of people for the purposes of advertising, phishing, spreading malware, and fraud. Spam calls are rampant, with billions of spam calls being reported annually around the world. In 2022 alone, over 50 billion spam calls were reported, making them the top consumer complaint. These calls stem from various sources, including data brokers, data breaches, and the dark web, highlighting vulnerabilities in personal information security. To know more on this topic, stay tuned. Welcome back to the Fraud News channel. I'm your host, Boss Robert. Thank you to those who have already subscribed, and to those who haven't, please show your brother some love. Click subscribe now. Okay, thank you. Today, we'll delve into the growing concern affecting millions across the world, spam calls. These unwanted intrusions not only distract daily life, but also pose serious risk to personal and financial security. Data brokers and compromised databases contribute to the spread of spam calls. Data breaches are prevalent globally, and here are several videos highlighting this notion.
Companies and Intellectual Property Commission has reported a security breach in which personal information has been compromised. As a way of limiting further damage, some CIPC systems have been shut down. Let's discuss this further now. I'm joined by the cybersecurity advisor, Andy Mashaile, and Mako IT's marketing manager, Riabetsui Mutsamai. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. And if I can start with you, Dr. Mashaile, first. I mean, it's not the first time that there's been a breach of sensitive information from an institution like this commission. We've seen these happening quite often now here in South Africa. How did you react? How should we react to this latest debacle?
But then I'm actually disappointed and angry with CIPC because these malicious, these bad actors have been in control of this estate since 2021. And they didn't do anything. They tried to gain access in 2021. The systems, the CIPC systems, were able to ban them out. They were only playing around, fooling around. They decided only to launch a full attack on the system in February 2024. So someone knew that there is this anonymous group that spoke to, amongst others, researchers, my broadband, and all those that they have been speaking to. Someone knew that there's a weakness in the system, and the group actually pointed these things out to them, and they did nothing about it.
Data breaches are at an all-time high globally and are forecast to continue rising even here at home. A report by tech giant IBM has revealed that out of 553 companies hit around the world, 21 are in South Africa. Business reporter Ndogozo Khumalo has the details.
Ransomware, phishing and keystroke logging. These are just some of the ways criminal syndicates are stealing data. And according to IBM Security, the methods used to target victims are becoming more complex and sophisticated to detect. South Africa is in the top 20 countries vulnerable to attacks, with the healthcare and financial services industries the hardest hit.
New information tonight involving a cyber attack on a United Health Group subsidiary. In a statement today, the company says the cyber attack may, quote, cover a substantial portion of people in America. The hack earlier this year targeted Change Healthcare. A Russian-speaking ransomware group known as Black Cat claimed responsibility for that attack and said it stole more than 6 terabytes of data. United Health Group confirms the information taken includes personal data and protected health information, and it will, quote, likely take several months before the company begins notifying those impacted.
Tonight, a massive data breach of 73 million current and former AT&T customers to tell you about. The company says sensitive data, including social security numbers, were exposed. Users started getting notified over the weekend. CBS's Jolene Kent reports what you can do to protect yourself.
AT&T now doing damage control after revealing that the personal data of about 1 in 5 Americans was stolen and leaked on the dark web 2 weeks ago. The telecom giant says 7.6 million current account holders have been impacted, along with more than 65 million former customers. Among the compromised information, full names, social security numbers, and dates of birth. Most of that data from 2019 or earlier.
If you've been affected by this, what's the first thing you should do?
The first thing I would do is make sure that no one is using my social security number to open new accounts, checking your credit records, and even considering doing a credit freeze, going to each of the 3 major credit bureaus and say, hey, don't let anyone open new accounts in my name right now.
This breach is the latest in a string of high-profile hacks. In 2023 alone, there were over 3,200 data compromises in the U.S., a 78% surge compared to the year before. AT&T says it's launched a robust investigation, is resetting passcodes, and will notify users affected by mail and email, which creates another opportunity for cyber criminals, phishing.
A lot of hackers are going to probably be like, I'm going to start emailing people, say, hey, I'm AT&T, please click this link to solve all your security problems. Be careful that there will definitely be bad actors who are trying to exploit people who have been victimized here to maybe victimize them again.
Previous interactions with spam calls and the public exposure of phone numbers worsen the problem as it can be shared through the dark web. The dark web is a hidden part of the internet that is not indexed by traditional search engines and requires special software to access. It is characterized by a high degree of anonymity, as users and website operators can mask their identities and locations through sophisticated encryption and routing techniques. The dark web hosts a wide array of content, ranging from harmless forums and blogs to illegal activities, including black markets for drugs, weapons, and stolen data. One significant way the dark web is linked to spam calls is through the exchange of personal data. Data breaches frequently result in theft of personal information, such as phone numbers, which are then sold on the dark web. This data becomes a valuable resource for spammers who purchase this list to target individuals with spam calls. Additionally, specific lists of phone numbers, often categorized by demographics or other criteria, are traded on the dark web, enabling spammers to conduct more targeted and effective spam calling campaigns. The dark web acts as a marketplace for tools that aid in spam calling. For instance, spoofing software, which lets spammers disguise their phone numbers to appear as trusted one, is easily available for purchase. Automated dialers, capable of making large volumes of spam calls with minimal human involvement, are sold on the dark web, which help to boost efficiency and reach of spam campaigns. Moreover, the dark web offers detailed instructions and services for spam calling. Guides and tutorials on conducting spam calling campaigns, including setting up spoofing and using automated dialers, are available on the dark web. Besides, the dark web hosts individuals or groups who offer spam calling services for a fee, conducting spam calling campaigns on behalf of others. Spam calls often form part of a broader scam operation. Scammers use these calls to deceive individuals into providing sensitive information or making them make payments to them. The proceeds from these scams are often laundered or reinvested into other criminal activities, frequently facilitated through the dark web. Phishing schemes aiming to harvest personal data often use spam calls as part of their strategy. The harvested data is then sold on the dark web, perpetuating the cycle of spam and fraud. The anonymity of the dark web is crucial for those involved in spam calling campaigns. Transactions typically use cryptocurrency, helping them to maintain anonymity of the buyers and sellers. Additionally, the dark web forums enable spammers and hackers to exchange information, tips, and techniques for improving the effectiveness of spam calls, further linking the dark web to the propagation of spam calls. In view of this, the dark web is deeply intertwined with the world of spam calls through the sale of personal data, the availability of specialized software and services, and the anonymous coordination of illegal activities. By providing a platform for the exchange of information and tools, the dark web significantly contributes to the ongoing challenge of combating spam calls, technology, and regulatory responses. Some authorities such as the Federal Communications Commissions, FCC in the USA, and the Independent Commission Authority of South Africa, ICASA, mandate steer or shaken technology to combat spoofing by international scammers. What is steer or shaken technology, one may ask? Steer or shaken is a framework of interconnected standards. Steer or shaken are abbreviations for Secure Telephone Identity Revisited, STIA standard, and signature-based handling of asserted information using tokens, shaken standard. This means that calls traveling through interconnected phone networks can have their caller ID signed as legitimate by originating carriers and validated by other carriers before reaching consumers. Steer or shaken digitally validates the handoff of phone calls by passing through the complex web of networks, allowing the phone company of the consumer receiving the call to verify that the call is indeed from the number displayed on caller ID. Let us listen to a video commentary on this regard.
With the introduction of SIP and VoIP, business and consumers have embraced new ways of connecting. Unfortunately, this has led to the increase of robocalls to the tune of 4 billion every month. A vast majority of those robocalls originate from outside the US. Something needed to change to reestablish trust in phone communications. Early on, Apple and Google implemented call blocking and labeling directly into their phone's OS to help block those unwanted calls. It helped, but only to a certain extent. The FCC introduced STIR/SHAKEN. All that means is that inbound and outbound calls traveling through any connected phone carrier will need to have their caller ID signed as legitimate by the original carrier. In addition, the caller ID used at handoff will also need to be signed off as a trusted and verified phone number. Certifying calls with a handshake will protect your organization from misidentified calls when contacting consumers and reestablishing trust. Remember, STIR/SHAKEN will not eliminate all robocalls. Taking a closer look at what it can and cannot do will help you know what areas of your call center will be impacted. STIR/SHAKEN will help identify harmful robocalls, validate that the number is real, in use, and not stolen, authenticate the outpulse number, protects calls by making it more difficult for bad actors to escape detection, change tactics, and complete those calls. STIR/SHAKEN does not eliminate robocalls, make a call legal or illegal, judge the merits of a call, for example, whether a call is malicious or unwanted.
Despite these efforts, billions of spam calls persist monthly. This has drawn the attention of scientists and researchers, prompting them to conduct some research on this issue. For example, 2 research articles came under my radar. The first article was written by researchers from Microsoft. The title of the article is Detection of Robocalls and Spam Calls Using Acoustic Features of Incoming Voicemail. The researchers used an audio-based detection method to distinguish human calls from robocalls with an estimated 93% accuracy. You can go to the article and read more about this. The second article was written by researchers from the University of Mumbai in India. The title of the article is Leveraging Phone Numbers for Spam Detection in Online Social Networks. The researchers used an algorithm focused on recognizing spam campaigns based on phone numbers, using data from Tumblr, Twitter, now X, and Flickr. You may also visit this article to read more. One may ask, what can I do to avoid or minimize spam calls on my phone number? Fear not, you are on the right channel. Here are some effective strategies to mitigate spam calls. For minor spam calls, you can utilize inbuilt phone features to filter calls. This can be done on Android or iPhones.
Some phone calls should go unanswered. Spam calls and robocalls are annoying, but they are also dangerous. Watch this video and learn how to block spam calls and robocalls on your iPhone or Android. Did you know that you can silence unknown numbers on your iPhone? All you have to do is open Settings, scroll down, choose Phone, select Silence Unknown Callers, and simply switch it on. But if you want to block spam calls on your iPhone entirely, first thing you should do is go to the Phone app and tap Recents. Find the number you want to block and tap the information icon on the right side of the number. Scroll down and simply select Block this caller. If you have an Android phone, the steps are pretty similar. Go to the Phone app and tap Recents. Tap the number you wish to block and choose the info icon. And then just tap the Block button. That will ensure you will not receive any calls from the same number again. Most mobile network service providers offer some level of spam blocking as part of their plan for their customers. Unfortunately, some spam calls inevitably slip through. If you answer a robocall or fraud call by accident, you should perform these steps. First, hang up and don't engage in a conversation or follow any steps the caller gives. Second, block the number immediately. And finally, report the number to the police or the authorities to help prevent further cases of scamming. There are many dedicated websites where you can register your phone number and avoid unwanted calls. U.S. citizens can register phone numbers to the National Do Not Call Registry and prevent telemarketing calls. Make sure to look for similar websites in your country.
For mild spam calls, download reputable third-party applications for additional protection, such as Truecaller, but they may come at a premium.
Truecaller was founded in 2009 to simply identify unknown numbers. Our vision is to make tomorrow's communication smarter, safer, and more efficient. Truecaller ensures that people take the right call and are protected from unwanted or spam communication. Today, Truecaller is the world's leading platform for caller ID and spam blocking. Truecaller is an essential part of everyday communication for over 250 million active users. We are proud to help people and businesses stay focused on who and what really matters.
For severe spam calls, the only option may be to change your phone number. But if you cannot afford to change your phone number, in addition to the aforementioned suggestions, you can try to save all the important numbers in your phone. For example, the numbers of your doctor, your friends, your bosses, your work colleagues, all the important people in your life. Then when they call, such that when they call, you're able to recognize their phone numbers. But as a general rule, avoid sharing phone numbers unnecessarily, especially on social media or unfamiliar websites where they can be harvested by data brokers. In conclusion, while steps have been taken to combat spam calls, through technology and regulation, the threat still persists. By taking proactive steps and using strong security measures, people can protect themselves from scams and keep their personal information safe. If I've missed something, drop a comment to let others know. Stay informed and stay protected. If you found this video informative, please drop a like. If you have any suggestions, type them in the comment section. If you have not yet subscribed to the Fraud News channel, please show your brother some love. Thank you for watching. See you on the next video. God bless you.